Okay, so next up, this one I have to give Lone Star Mopar's credit. I like his channel too. I've watched that guy for like 10 years. I don't know, I'm not sure when I subscribed, but I've watched that guy for like 10 years. He's a really cool dude, and I like everything he has to say. So he talked me, he basically talked me into some of these Hazet tools. I justified this guy by saying I'm going to keep it in the office. I've got really long Icon T-handle Torx, but I don't have any hex. So this basically takes the place of an entire hex set. And what it is it's, you've got it does not have the little thing up here. I don't really care. But I like this style of handle better than the European style the other European style that you can only put one finger here and the rest is down here. And it's you can't really spin it. This is in the center. I just think this is perfect. And what's cool about this, let me get the part number up there for you. I think it's 866BH-14, made in Germany. Yep, there's the made in Germany. Totally Germany. And of course, it's got the right color, my favorite color in the world, which is like that sky blue kind of color. The Hazet blue. I'm going to call it Hazet blue from now on because it's just freaking awesome. So what it is it's an adjustable length. It's an adjustable length, T-handle. And you can take this completely out. Let me get it fully extend. You know what? Let's put this down again. And let me get fully, it's a little bit cockeyed. I won't say it again. I need a GoPro. If anyone's got an old one, send it to me. No, I'm just kidding. So here's a super long T-handle if you need it. Look at that thing. And you can actually use this as like a bit driver. I think you can put it on an impact. I think it's impact rated. But anyway, so it'll lock in there and like, holy cow, look at the length. How cool is that? And the magnet's super strong. I mean, this is 100% German. It's a 100% German tool with that locking collar. And I'm not sure if you can actually I guess you could use this on 1/4 inch bits, but I don't think it's actually designed to do that. Like, you're supposed to just stick it in here. So I'm not 100% sure on that, but yeah, this is removable, and I think you can use it with an impact. I will not, but you can if you want to, I believe. So really cool tool. They have a shorter one, but it's fixed. It does have I think it does have like a connector on the side, but so you can stick stuff in there. But yeah, I think this is the clear winner. And I got this from Mr. Worker because the price was like half of everywhere else. I paid way less than everyone else wants to charge for this guy. And from MrWorker.com. And that's the only reason I was willing to do it, because at the regular prices, or at the prices the US suppliers can offer, it was just too expensive for me. I wasn't going to spend $60 or $70 for a T-handle, but I paid about $30 for this. So that was worth it. And I think one of the coolest things that I did not know existed until I saw Mr. Lone Star Mopars bring his in is the 916H PK. What this is, and interestingly, it does tell you that this is the max torque that you can put on this bad boy, because even though it is a 1/2 inch ratchet, it is in a 3/8 body. So there aren't many of these around. I'll show you the only other one I'd say at like this level of quality I've been able to find. Now, granted, you've got those little like Titan style ratchets with the made by Titan, rebranded by a bunch of others, where it's got it comes in a Husky kit. It has 3/8 on one side, 1/4 inch on the other. And they make a 1/2 inch 3/8 version of that too that you can buy on Amazon, which is kind of like this. It's a little bit stubbier, but you got the 3/8 and 1/2 inch on both sides. But if you're talking professional grade tools, Snap-on level, you don't have as many options. And I would even call some of the other ones like Tone, like they're definitely professional, but I think at the top of the top is companies like Hazet and Snap-on. The top of the top. The premium tool brands. This is one of the few options you have. I would definitely put Koken at that level. So let me grab something real quick to compare it to, which happens to be a Koken. So I've got this guy, and what this is it's a stubby 1/2 inch ratchet, which is a Koken. I think this one is the 24 teeth or whatever. Now this is the Hyper 90. This is 90 teeth, and it's obviously it's a what do you call it? It's not slim profile, but I forget what you call it, but basically it's, you know, it's a 1/2 inch and a 3/8 body, whereas this actually has a 1/2 inch head and just a, you know, a cutoff body. But this is kind of like the only other option I've seen, you know, at this level, at this standard of quality. So that's the Koken, and that part number I think is 222. But yeah, basically just your stubby 1/2 inch ratchet, and has that nice ball on the end like the old school snap-ons. But this, like I said, is a standard 3/8 ratchet with a 1/2 inch head. You cannot beat that. And I think it's kind of funny that they put a warning on there. Don't go past 400 Newton meters. Cannot compute. I calculate torque in foot-pounds, so I cannot compute. Hazet. Cannot compute. You can't hold me to that. Anyway, I think it's a thing of beauty. It is the Hyper Ratchet with a 1/2 inch anvil on the end. And this is the only version of this they have. They don't have like a flex head or anything like that. But, you know, whatever. Like for its use, it is so comfortable. And I could see myself switching to this a lot when I'm dealing with 1/2 inch stuff. Like that's kind of why I bought this, because I was in a situation where I was like, man, I wish I had a 1/2 inch stubby. I never thought I needed one. And then I found a situation where I needed one, and then I haven't needed it since. But there it is in case I need it. And then for this guy, I think I'll just use it kind of as more of a general ratchet, just because of, you know, the convenience of having a 3/8 ratchet with a 1/2 inch anvil on it. Okie dokie. And then one last thing for the Hazet tool haul. So what I liked about this set, these are actually SAE. The magnet was super cool. Again, I got a great deal on this. I actually paid, what I paid for this was roughly what you typically would have to pay for just the organizer or the tray here, whatever you want to call it. So these are the twist style Hazet's version, and they twist on and off so easily, and it's also magnetic. But it comes with, basically, like I said, the sockets were like a throw-in. So I went with SAE because what I can do is I can mount this on my toolbox, and on the rare occasions I need SAE, I do have Mac a quarter inch and 5/16 semi-deep Macs, and I have a bunch of SAE in this box, which I don't really need, but I keep just in case. Every once in a while we get something old, or I need to work on my Jeep, or, you know, we just need SAE for something, so I have it. But what I liked about these is these are actually kind of semi-deep. So if you compare them, they almost fit between the other sizes. Let me show you what I mean real quick. Let's put this down here for a second. Do I have a deep? I think I do, yeah. So there's a deep, or there's a semi-deep Carlisle, and then, and they all stick. Look at that, isn't that great? And then I think this is yeah, so you've seen some of these already. This was my V series. These are from my V series tool haul. So if I take all this stuff off and I just compare it, it's kind of like it fits in the continuum of socket sizes as well. So that's kind of like it's just like an added bonus. Let me see if I can, yeah, there we go. So these are pretty much lined up. The V series is coming forward a little, but so you got a little bit of extra length on a typical standard socket, and then it's just slightly, it's like right between. It's literally between a standard and a mid-length socket, so it's like a mid-length, which I think is kind of cool. I think having a little bit of that extra length will make it far more applicable to more situations. So that's why I'm going to keep the Hazet in my tool cart on the face using the magnet. And then finally you got your deep, obviously, which is super deep, which is very nice. These are the V series I picked up last month. And I'll just be honest, like, I think everyone should own at least one Hazet socket just because they are beautiful. And this is the only set of sockets from Hazet I own, just because I've got too many sockets already and I don't need any more. But yeah, it goes right on there and locks, or I think yeah, there we go. Oh, and by the way, this thing is really well made. It's probably the nicest socket tray I've ever used. The way it locks, the magnet, it's soft so it doesn't scratch. Like you can stick this on a car, no problem. It's just a higher standard all the way around and made in Germany. The whole thing is German. All of it's German, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, anyway, it definitely says made in Germany on the socket, so we know that. We know that for a fact. But I'm pretty sure this is made in Germany too. However, there's the part number, 858-SR7. And there's the German website of Hazet, hazet.de. All right. Yeah, so love that little set. It's going right on the upper face of my tool cart.